Welcome to Today Matters, our short devotional in the Word of God. For the past 2 days, we have been going through the importance of identifying and guarding our hearts. We have learned that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, that it says, the heart is deceitful and wicked. We also learned in Proverbs 4 that we have to do everything we can to protect it. In order to protect our hearts, we must first identify what types of heart we are working with. Mark chapter 4 explains the 4 different types of hearts, which are a hard heart, a shallow heart, a crowded heart, and a fruitful heart. This morning we are going to focus on the second heart, which is represented in Mark chapter 4. This is a shallow heart. Mark 4:5 says, "Other seed fell on shallow soil with an underlying rock. The seed sprouted quickly because the soil was shallow. But the plant soon wilted under the hot sun, and since it didn't have any roots, it died." In this passage, the seed represents the Word of God, and the rocky soil represents hardships and persecution. This type of heart can be characterized by people that hear the Word, receive it with joy, but nothing has changed. And the second characteristic is any resistance that might come their way, they turn right back to their old ways. People with this type of heart look at Jesus as a loving rescuer from their problems. They accept the word with joy, but the moment they face any persecution, they go right back to their old ways. Their faith is shallow, and when they face trials, they do not have the roots to sustain them. So how do we respond to this heart? You get rooted in the Word of God. Colossians 2:7 says, "Let your roots grow down in him, and let your lives be built on him. Then your faith will grow strong in truth that you were taught, and you will overflow with thankfulness." Such a great verse, but it requires us to build our decisions around him, then our faith grows. This type of heart comes to church, gets excited, leaves, and then by Tuesday or Wednesday of the week, drifts away. The church is a convenience, not a priority. The hard heart, which we talked about yesterday, is not good because the Word of God, the seed, cannot get through the ground. But it is also bad to have a shallow heart where the first sign of trouble, we abandon our faith. Our sports director, Greg Williams, gave me a great one-liner. If you want to go through anything, you have to go through something. So good to win these daily battles. These victories add up and the roots grow deep. Darren Hardy also has a great quote that says, "It's not the big things that add up in the end. It's the hundreds, thousands, and millions of little things that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary." Then he had a great equation that goes with it that says small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. You know, living this Christian life is a marathon, not a sprint. But it's the small, smart choices over time that will lead to a radical difference. Whether you're going through trials or not, you have a choice every day to pick up the Word of God. And like Colossians 2:7 says, let your roots grow in him. The stronger we are in him, the more we can handle what the Word has to say, what the Word has to throw at us. I would encourage you today to start making these small, smart choices of quiet time, church, small group, and you will see the Lord working in and through you. Start today, because today matters.